Hey, what's up? Welcome to Talks with Tay. Here's my sixth guest. He's a photographer, artist, and also a tech person.
Techie. Whatever you
Tech
want.
person.
I'm just a nerd.
All right, so
That's all that means.
his name is Chase Christmas. That's what I call him.
Yeah, you can call me Chase or Christmas. Those are the general ones, I guess. I have so many nicknames.
All right, so let me spice things up. How was your day today?
Today was pretty chill. So for you guys, this is it's a Sunday.
You gonna beat the podcast like that?
Huh? Oh, I mean, it doesn't really matter, man. It's whatever. But either way, last night was pretty chill, which led to today, I guess. I woke up, it's pretty lazy Sunday morning type vibes or whatever, and took a nap, took a shower, refreshed, now I'm here. I had to get in a productive mindset afterwards, so.
Yeah, because if you don't know, this podcast is live in person. With studio audience and everything. So I say, so where are you from?
So I'm actually from Marietta, Georgia. Down the street. But I moved around a lot. So like I moved out of Georgia when I was like 8. And I lived in Alabama in 1, 2, 3 different places until I was like 14, and then moved to Florida moved to Florida for about 2 years, and then back to Alabama for that last year of high school up until came here for college, and I've been in Georgia ever since.
Yeah, so you work at college, right?
Yeah, so I work at Morehouse now. After back again, techie type stuff. But like after freshman year, I got an internship in Tech Towers, and then at the end of the internship, I got offered a job. So now I left school. I mean, most likely I'm gonna end up returning. My boss is planning on setting up funds for me to go back and whatever. But as of right now, I'm just in the workforce. I'm not. To be honest, I really don't want to go back. But got to get that piece of paper. It's always necessary.
He was like, you have a career right now.
Yeah, I'm in my career field. I work in a comp sci research lab. Essentially, as a middle school teacher, I don't even do the research anymore for real. I just create camps, and I create and conduct camps to teach like late stage elementary school, mainly middle school, and sometimes high schoolers, some basic level coding and like game development stuff, get them more interested in the STEM fields and things like that. So yeah.
That sounds like a lot. Especially at coding.
So it's not as much as you think, to be honest. So like the main bulk of it happens at the beginning when you actually have to create the camp. But then once the camp is created, it's literally just going through the steps. So it's just like repeat, especially after that first time. It's sort of just automatic.
Wait. No. I'm such a nerd. I really don't care about coding right now. So like, I care about coding, but it's like,
I'm not, mind you. So I do work with like comp sci, but I only got into computer science because Morehouse doesn't have a computer engineering major. So I'm more hardware. I like working with my hands. So
because I like working with my hands too. So it's like, I don't know. I'm more like a manly man.
Yeah, dude. Ever since I was a kid, wanted to build my own house. I loved. I took like a little robotics course back in like the 7th grade. I took some college courses my sophomore year in high school where we did 3D modeling and stuff to build other things. We did a little bit of electrical engineering and robotics with that too. And then like at some point in high school, I got really into like PC builds. So, now I can do like custom PC builds and stuff like that. I don't know. I just like doing puzzles. Like my hand, it's like low-key ADHD type stuff. I just gotta, like I walk around with, the fidget toy. It's like, I just have to have something with my hands. So
where'd you learn to do all of that?
YouTube. Bro, YouTube Academy. Everything that has qualified me for the job I have right now, I taught myself through YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, the programming stuff, I learned some, my freshman year at college or whatever. But whenever they tell me, so basically, so like I said, I'm basically a middle school teacher, but that's just because that's my main thing. But like what I really do in the lab, essentially, is just like they have an idea. They want to see if somebody can do it. So they tell me about it. I go learn about it and then I do it.
Yeah, because that's, Not gonna lie, we're in the age where degrees don't really like a degree isn't that powerful as it was before.
Yeah, so in my personal opinion, again, part of the reason why I don't want to go back to school, but it's to me, a degree doesn't really matter as much depending on what it is you're doing. So like, people in the medical field and a lot of, well, not a lot, well, like, certain like STEM stuff, psychology, stuff that like you actually need to
Be licensed.
like read and license and stuff like that for and whatever, that kind of stuff makes sense. Like especially the medical field, the human body is very intricate. Any one little screw up and the whole body is haywire. It's crazy. But so like I get people with degrees like that, but like me specifically in the tech field, like to be perfectly honest, a lot of the stuff you could do in the tech field from high level down to low level, like you can really just be certified and stuff. I mean, if you want a high level position, yeah, you're gonna need that piece of paper. Hence the reason why I'm gonna end up going back, because like right now I'm not at my ceiling, but at some point, probably within the next couple of years, I'm gonna end up like hitting as far as I can go without a degree. So I just have to go, or without certifications. I haven't actually been certified in anything in a minute. I almost got certified in SolidWorks, and which is a 3D modeling program. So again, like I said, like a lot of stuff is just based off of experience and certifications. Like at the age of 16, I almost got certified in that. Meaning when I had turned 18 and I was legally able to work in like these types of factories or whatever, I could have literally, like my mom was she was a secretary or something at this at this place called Four Wall Machining. They create a lot of parts for planes and like Disney rides. You can start off already making close to a 6-figure salary just from that certification alone. And I almost got that at 16 without a high school degree. Like it's
crazy.
Yeah, like it's really just people want to know, can you do it? And are you willing to do it?
Yeah, because I'm taking a journalism class, and and this guy, Christopher Daniels, he's like, he don't say it, but it's like all about who you know and what's
networking.
Yeah, so networking. So it's like he's a journalist. He's a journalist. He writes stuff. So he meets people. And people put him on, and he put people on, and build that connection. That's how he got so far where he is now. I'm not saying maybe he got his degree or not, but that's what I'm learning. That degree is a piece of paper that can get you through a door. But
it's like a key.
But experience
will
get you to different doors. Yeah.
Like, cause it's all about the networking. Like even now, so I'm currently sort of in like a trial period. So for like the past like 6 or so months, we've been working with this foundation called the Razor Foundation, which is run by an NFL player and his mom, Rashad Evans and his mom or whatever. And so I've been, working alongside her for, a couple months or whatever. So she's seen me work with the camps. And so she's given me an opportunity to essentially like work with her personally for like her, keeping up her website stuff and like some data entry and whatnot. So, it's all about networking, because I wouldn't have met her if I hadn't have met, if I wasn't working in my lab with Dr. Gaucher and stuff like that. So it's really all about the networking, man. It's very important.
Yeah. So you talked a lot about like science, pocket science. So what helps you relax?
Cope. But yeah, like relaxing and coping and stuff, it's, drawing, every once in a while. As far as like the coping method, I guess sometimes drawing is a coping thing. Photography is a nice thing to relax. But it's mainly just like hanging out with my friends and whatnot. So like, again, like I was telling you, not too long ago, so even if you look at my photography page, literally in the bio, I have occasionally a photographer, because I don't really like photo shoots, because it looks so like stoic and fake. To me, it's just unauthentic, because people will literally go like, they'll be having a conversation with somebody, yada, 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 and then the photographer is like, say cheese, and then they smile and go back to the conversation. I'm like, it's just not genuine to me or whatever. So like, I take a lot of pictures when like I'm at a kickback with some friends, or we go out to the park for a picnic, or stuff like that. And then nature. So I take a lot of pictures of like skylines. I like finding spots around Atlanta to take pictures of those views. Actually, recently today, me and my friends, Tron and Bobo, we were showing each other all the pictures that we've taken of like trees, clouds. We all just like nature photos. Bobo got some really good ones of like this bee on a flower or something, man. It's chef's kiss, man. It's crazy. But it's really just about catching stuff like in the moment,
Yeah.
stuff like
I
that.
was gonna say, you seem like a more casual person.
Oh, mad casual.
It's like last episode. We had a Donovan Bailey, cool son, energetic, loud. But you like the exact opposite of like a cool down person, chill. You know, like who let you draw art and stuff like this Dragon Ball. Oh, sorry. This is if you're on Amazon. I said Amazon. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you probably won't see it. Unless you go to my page, Taylor Sage on Instagram.
Shameless plug.
Or go to Patreon to see the live videos. Or I'm gonna put something in there.
Yeah, he's gonna post some pictures of some of my work,
Yes.
and then you guys, since I'm just gonna hop on the shameless plug bandwagon here, luckily for the viewers, I recently took my Instagram page off of private, so my Instagram is choliday10, no space or underscores or anything. It doesn't have everything I draw, but it's got a decent amount of stuff just when I feel like posting something, I guess. And then in the bio for that, you'll see, my photography page, which is x_photography. The photography is spelled weird though. It's PHOTA, not PHOTO. So to be honest, I don't even remember if that was a typo or if it was on purpose. It's just one day I look at the name and I was like, yo, photography is misspelled. And I was like, screw it. But it just is what it is. But yeah, so it's a lot of pictures. Like he was talking about this Dragon Ball Z picture. Now, mind you, I'm not creative or original in a sense of like creating an image. Like if I to be honest, I might be able to think of an image, but there's no way on God's green earth I'm gonna put it from up here to the paper. It's just not happening. But I'm original with like concepts. So like I'll think of a concept and I'll like let's say I'll think of like like a word, a phrase, a saying or something. And then I'll think of something that would go along with it, and then I just draw it and match it with the words. That's really what I do. Because I was telling you earlier about, I recently drew a picture. Me and my friends Bobo and Tron, we had recently watched Lion King, and later on in that night, me and Tron went to campus and we saw the freshmen all outside and yada yada yada, seeing all the guys trying to mac with the chicks and whatever. And we were, like reminiscing on like our freshman year, stuff like that. And we was like, yo, we should hang out with, some of the people we used to hang out with freshman year. Cause we had recently, like I said, we linked up with, my spelling sister, Ivani and Jabari and Jay and stuff like that, like a night or two before that. So we were like, we should hit them up or whatever. And then we remembered that they were having like a girls' night or something, like doing homework and vision boards and stuff. I know I'm making a face. Some of y'all can't see it, but the face does not correlate to what I'm trying to say. But regardless, and then Tron says something about like the girls being outside or yada yada yada, and I was like, see, that's the difference, right? The queens we're looking for, they're not outside, they're in the den. Like it's like super, like it's super corny or like goofy. And yada, yada, yada. But like the main context behind it was essentially just like the type of girls that especially now that we're older and stuff like that, type of girls, women that we're looking for, and stuff like that. Like, it's a Sunday night. They're not, out here on the streets. They got class in the morning. They got careers to establish, lives to build, yada, yada, yada. So instead of being outside, they're in the den. And so it was like, it's the concept stuff that I can come up with. It's the actual image I'm not the best with. But pretty chill.
Yeah, because you saved me from asking this question, but like I was gonna ask who inspire you, like who was them three people, but like you seem like your friend Tron, you spend
so I wouldn't say that they particularly inspired. Well, first I'm gonna answer the inspired question and then I'll get to the other part. But as far as people who inspired me, so I know for a fact the person who inspired me to start drawing was my second oldest sister, Chelsea. See, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm a little amateur drawing, whatever. Yo, she different level. She's one of those people who, you show her a picture of somebody and she draws an exact replica of that picture of somebody. And the first memory I have of her doing this was one day I walked in her room. I was in the 4th grade And she was mad obsessed with Chris Brown back in the day, like right before her Trey Songz phase and whatnot. But she drew like an immaculate portrait of Chris Brown. I mean, couldn't, like, you would think it was just a black and white photo. It was amazing. She doesn't draw anymore, and I hate it so much because I be telling people about my sister and her drawings and whatever, but she doesn't have, back in those days, Instagram wasn't really a thing. They was on like Sidekicks and stuff back then. And then, so she has like no pictures, and then she doesn't draw anymore. So it's like whatever pictures she used to draw are in a box somewhere in my mom's basement. I'm not finna go look for all of that. It's a lot. And honestly, that's only if we still have that box. I know there was a box once that had like all of her stuff from high school. We used to expose the crap out of her stuff we found in that box. Me and my little sister. But yeah, she had some good pics and stuff back then. And then Bobo, I wouldn't say inspires me to start drawing, but he inspires me to keep drawing because of something he said once. Like artists, they generally have, especially like drawers and like artists, who draw, paint, whatever, they have this thing where it's like they start doing whatever and it's like, this line looks jacked up, or like this part of it just doesn't fit what you want it to look like, and it's like, this looks like crap, this looks like straight shit, I'm done, I'm giving up, right? And then he saw me do that one day. I was like 10-15 minutes into something I was drawing, don't even remember what, and he was like, bro, of course it looks like shit, man, you just started. Like, calm down. All right. And I was like, you know what, you're right. All right. So I went ahead and finished it. And also it's like every time I draw now, like he said this like, I don't know, 2 or so months ago, maybe. But like every time I draw now, like I'll get like 20 minutes in or whatever, and it's like all the bare bone stuff, and it looks like garbage. Like if somebody saw this, no context, just flashed in their face, nightmares. It's horrible.
like 4-year-old Joe.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Especially some of them. Like if you saw the Lion King drawing when it was on bare bones, bro, I can show you actually. I'll show you, those of you who actually can see it. Cause the Lion King one, it was 2 versions, right? There was one where Nala's head was, you can pull up the one I actually finished, but Nala's head was tilted on Simba's shoulder in one of them, right? And I could not for the life of me get the angle right of her head. And I was just so mad. And like, it took me forever. I don't even know if the light is, yeah, it's very faint, but no, you gotta pull it back. There you go. Yeah. So like, it took me forever to get like the outline of Simba's face to look decent or whatever. But then I don't know if y'all can like really see that, but her neck is broken. It was, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't deal with it, man. I was like, I'm done. And then I tried the other one. Did you find it? I tried this other version of it, less angles, and I was about to give up on it too, because again, Nala in her head, bro, it's, my God, it was a lot. But where is it? I thought I put it with these. These are just a bunch of pics I took off the wall. Yeah. Well, the Lion King is recent though. Dang, I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it's this, right? But yeah, her head was at an angle, and it's a whole thing, and it was like I was about to give up, and then it's just like, see, it's hard for me to do this because I can't do his voice, but it's like the way we speak to each other. It's like in the back of my head, it's like, yo, nigga, it's okay. like it's just really crazy, honestly. And then Tron doesn't inspire me to draw, but he is a big part of coming up with like the inspiration, like those little sayings and concepts I'm talking about. Because like I said, with the Lion King thing, he said something which led to the whole outside and den thing. And then there was this other concept we created. There's a lot of Disney movies in our concepts, as you'll find out in a second. But like we was watching Hercules, and the scene where Megan is like introduced and she's like being captured by that river demon or whatever. She was like, I'm a damsel, I'm in distress, but I got it, or whatever, right? So we came up with this concept called DID, which like the slogan or whatever would be like, she did it, or whatever, but the DID stood for damsel in distress, and whatever. And that was a whole thing, a concept. We came up with a simp line because of Stitch in one movie. Lilo was like getting taken off in a ship or something, and Stitch was just sitting in the rain, all handcuffed. She was like, "Stay there and wait for me," or whatever. He was like, "Okay." It was hilarious. And then we watched Hercules. I don't remember the order of Stitch versus Hercules or whatever, but we watched them like back to back, and Hercules was simping throughout that whole movie. So it was just mad simp energy in the movies. But it's I don't know, it's just interesting. And then like the main like source of inspiration is just like whatever captures my attention or I just like really fuck with at that time. So a lot of my art will in a sense either be directly correlated to song lyrics or might have been inspired by the song lyrics or whatever. Like I'll be listening to a song and I'll hear like, a bar or something. And I'm just like, yo, really fucking with that bar. And then like my mind starts working and I'm like, okay, what image can I put with it? Like, I was listening to Reel It In by Mine. And the song actually came out around the time I had started, my locks. So it was just interesting because the line was, I'm a young dreadhead with anxiety. Mm-hmm. And this was also, now I heard the song, I would say like a month or so before I actually realized that I had some legit anxiety. Mm-hmm. But especially after I figured out the anxiety thing, like the line, I just like really messed with it. I was just like, I'm a young dreadhead now with anxiety. Like it's just what it is. And then there was a song with Kevin Gates, and the line was, I'm a prisoner in my own mind and stuff like that. So I had this, I didn't even show the drawing of the dreadhead and anxiety thing. And then, no, not that one. It's this one. And then prisoner in my own mind type thing. And then actually I drew this heart too. Stay Solid Rocky, I was bumping him for like a week straight for some reason. Well, not for some reason, dude. If you don't listen to Stay Solid Rocky and you like some chill, well, I mean, I consider it chill. You may not consider it chill. It's not like it's high pace or anything.
It's not like Travis Scott.
Yeah, I mean, like, so everybody's basically heard that song Party Girl, you know, she's my little party girl. Yeah, that's Stay Solid Rocky. He's got, other songs. Not a whole lot of songs. He really needs to drop some more. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I was listening to him for a while and, I was really messing with this one line, my heartbeat on Zombie, I can feel it thumping or whatever. And, or whatever isn't in the line. It stops at the thumping part. But, so as I was telling you before, so I like, a part of the reason why I like to sketch is because of the fact that I can just have a pencil and notebook with me wherever and just doodle. Mm-hmm. So some of the things that I can draw really, really well, but are like very simple. So I can like knock it out in like 45 minutes or so if I was trying to do it for speed or whatever. It's crosses and hearts. Mm-hmm. They're just simple shapes. I can do stuff for like the sashes and all of that stuff. So it's just easy to draw. So when I heard my heartbeat on Zombie and I could feel the thumping thing, I drew this like zombie heart or whatever, which is pretty chill. But yeah, music definitely is a big inspiration for me, man. If you dude, my brother kept asking questions while I was at his house like 2 weeks ago. 'Cause I would wake up, literally walk up the stairs. I just woke up 2 minutes ago. My Bluetooth is already in my ear, my Beats. And, I'll walk upstairs and he'll see me in the kitchen. He's like, dude, is that like glued to your face? Like, why do you always have like your Beats in? Yeah. And I'm like, I just like listening to music. And then on top of that, going into the whole introvert thing, when you have headphones on, people are less likely to talk to you.
Yeah, that's why I walk around like the neighborhood.
Yeah,
like, homeless people try to talk to me. I was like, they don't talk to me because I have my headphones in.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I don't have a problem talking to homeless people or whatever, but it's like, because
I'm not homophobic.
Yeah. Sometimes they do just be talking, man, and I'm just like, yo, I'm over here walking somewhere. Like, I gave you the money or I bought you food. Like, I understand that you have, life stuff to talk about, and, maybe one day we can have this conversation, but I'm kind of in a rush and I'm walking like 2 miles. So, like, I gotta go. But, dang, what was I saying?
I have no idea. You just talk about
like the music and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm just always listening to music. Like if you look at my phone right now, I got like 4,000 songs downloaded on there. And that's just the ones that I had downloaded on my phone because I have like So music for me is very like nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I listen to it while I walk places. And like the way I listen to music is like I'll download like 20, 30 songs within like a couple weeks, 3 weeks max. And then like those songs will be on repeat for like a month. So it's like anything that happened in that month or however long that time frame was becomes like associated with those songs and stuff like that. So it's like even on my laptop, cause before I had a job and could pay for Apple Music and whatever, I used to just like convert stuff to MP3 from YouTube and just download it to my phone. So I still have stuff on my computer from like high school. I mean, it's a lot of dubstep and stuff. I don't really listen to it for real anymore, but every once in a while,
Dubstep's not like disco.
But every once in a while, I'll go back and I'll listen to it because it's really like, especially once I started working, because I used to walk to and from the work. I mean, I still do technically now that my car is jacked up. But I got used to like night walks. So like night walks are mad peaceful for me now, like walking home from work. So it's like there'll be different songs that'll pop up and I'm just like getting flashbacks to my walks. I lived in Florida when I got my first job, so it was like nice and warm and it was just very peaceful and stuff like that. So music, it just plays a big part for me.
Yeah. So what would you tell anybody who wants to be where you at right
That's tough. I would say like, be authentic. Like, so I always, again, I work with like middle schoolers and whatnot. So I always tell, the kids I work with and stuff like that, no idea is a stupid idea, which is low-key hypocritical coming out of my mouth because I will quickly call an idea stupid. But it's like, when I'm talking about it in that context, I mean more, especially when it comes to like artistic or more personal stuff. Because it's like having an idea in life, strategic, not everybody thinks the same way. And like, so to me, a lot of times I will call somebody stupid, not trying to be rude per se. It's just a word that rolls so easily off the tongue. But I'm just like, yeah, that's stupid or whatever. But if it's like, if you have an idea of something that, is creative in a sense, even if it looks like shit. So like to me, I don't actually know what the definition of art is, but I consider art anything that you can find beauty in a sense, right? And I may find something but ugly. I mean, just horrible. Like, dude, there's this painting. It's literally, now, don't get me wrong, this is basically like tax reasons for why rich people do this. But it's a painting, just a big black dot. Just a white canvas and a big black dot. Millions of dollars. That is not art to me. That's just a dot. Like it's just horrible. But some people, they'll walk up to that and they're just like, wow, it's so beautiful. I'm like, there's no way you legitimately think that's art, but okay. But it's just like whatever you find beauty in. So it's like, you hear these stupid ideas I'm coming up with like Disney movies and whatnot. And it's like, we're goofing around, laughing in the living room, just watching movies, spitballing ideas as they roll off our head. And then like a couple hours later, we revisit it. Then, sort of like flesh it out a bit and it becomes a little more like beautiful, I guess, towards other people. Because initially, like zero context, the stuff we say is dumb as hell. But, stuff just like nothing starts off fully fleshed out and, looking great. Again, with the bare bones on the drawing stuff, that first idea may sound like shit, but you think about it for 10 minutes and you sort of clean it up and whatnot. So just sort of like stick with it and run with the idea, at least until you come to a point where it's like, okay, I actually can't do this, or this thing is actually stupid. But you never know until you generally try. So
yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. How can I guys find you?
So once again, Instagram, choliday10. Pretty easy to find. I mean, my name is Chase Christmas. It's gonna pop up like first thing. If I'm remembering correctly, the image is like a Miles Morales like wallpaper thing. Is it that? It might still be that.
It's Miles Morales.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Yo, it's been that for years. Like since the movie came out. So I really don't know. And I recently started. I don't post for real on Instagram. I'm not really big on social. Again, pretty chill. I'm a face-to-face person. I don't really care too much about social media. But I'm starting to draw more. So I'm trying to post more here and there on it. And then in that bio, you'll see my photography page, X_photography. Remember actually it might be, no. The email is xphotography 102. But see, this is why I think it's a typo, because the email is spelled correctly.
But
The Instagram isn't spelled correctly.
At least you can't get copyrighted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. It's whatever. And I can always change the Instagram one that easy. But yeah, I'm a occasional photographer, amateur artist. Most of my art is generally like tattoo. It looks like tattoo art. I call it tattoo art just because it's like simple to say, and people can get some of this stuff tatted or whatever, but it's just sketches. I like stuff that looks like it has a meaning. So tattoo, at least to me, any tattoo, I would hope to God anything people tattoo on themselves actually has some sort of meaning, even if it's goofy. Like people really be sleep on those like random like people getting like barcodes or like random cartoons tatted on them. I'm like, okay, it might have been a drunk thing and they might low-key regret it the next morning, but it is a story in and of itself. It's funny. It's like, see me, I'm not getting a tattoo below my elbows. Like, just for like professional reasons, I just can't do it. But so it's like, as long as you don't have it in like some obscene place, like rappers, they get tattoos on their faces, like dumbasses, but they have the money to, if they spend it correctly, not have to actually work again. So it doesn't matter for them. But yeah, you get like a random weird tattoo, and then it's like, 10 years down the line, it's like, yo, why you got that stupid tattoo on your leg? And it's like, bro, I had a crazy night with the guys, man. We were lit, went to a tattoo parlor, and there it is, or whatever. It's like the story behind the stuff can be a lot better. People just don't. Yeah. Now, again, I'm quick to call an idea stupid, so if I see a stupid tattoo, I will call it out.
Like a Drake picture on your arm.
That's just stupid to me. I'm just not the biggest Drake fan. Like, I like his old stuff over his new stuff. He's okay now. His music is good. It's just, to me, he's like mainstream now.
Yeah, too mainstream.
Yeah, I'm not a big mainstream person. But, yeah.
Well, thanks for, like I said, thanks for being on. And this really been SMR, the all this paper.
Oh, dude. Okay, so like earlier this year, I would say like April.
Talk with Tay is over now.
Deep. But like I would say like April or something or whatever. I usually just kept them in the notebook, in my sketchbook or whatever. But one day I was just like, yo, my walls are really bland. I have like this one tab